Oh, I know
Siempre
them. I know
unidos.
them. Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's Latino siempre, always united. And
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing that I've always been. It's about legacy, it's about pushing things forward. It's when the dust settle, what do you leave behind?
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
I
I
was
like
always
that.
trying to figure
Yeah.
out, like, what's my mark on the world and what impact am I going to leave?
What's going on, beautiful people? It's your real estate go-to, Diante, here with a special guest, my salsa instructor, Ben of Salsa Synergy. Ben, what is happening? What is happening?
It's good. It's a good day to be alive. I'm here getting ready for class, just enjoying a nice Monday, man.
Boom. Well, thank you for being on. We're going to learn so much, not only about Ben's personal, coming up into this, but his amazing studio down here in Orlando, Florida. So let's get into it, Ben. Let's kind of start from the beginning. Talk to me about how did you even develop this passion for dance and salsa?
Man, I come from Puerto Rican family, so we have a lot of parties, a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how to dance.
Yeah.
So I always tried to figure out, the moves and just watch my folks and ask questions. And then back then it was just kind of, I'm a more analytical type kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need numbers.
Yeah.
I need a way to figure this out. And then it just stumbled upon a studio when I was in high school, and I got recruited.
Dang.
And they were like,
I didn't know this part. Okay.
Yeah, I met Michael Barberi at Salsa Heat when I was like 16 years old. And I ended up just really picking it up, catching it. And then he was like, hey, you have a gift. Why don't I train you up? And so since I was 16, it's how I paid for college.
Dang.
It's how I just kind of kept myself just in the books. And then the dance studio was just kind of my escape.
Right.
And so once I got out of college, I just started, okay, what can I do? How can I grow this? Then I became a director of a team, and then little by little I just started my own school.
So when you're a director of a team and everything like that, is that the initial part where you were traveling all around the
Yes.
state
Yes.
or the nation and everything like that?
Yes, so it was, it's getting, it's a leadership role, so it helped also in kind of my professional development world
Right.
as well. So I basically had a group of about 5 to 6 couples, and we trained like professionals. So I had a cadence already built, a system, drills that I had learned over a certain amount of time, and just kind of build that foundation, and then just kind of paint by number reproduce that, and it kept producing the same type of results that I wanted. And then little by little we started traveling to Washington DC, Congress, Chicago Congress, and then just kind of getting our name out there until we became just like a solidified presence in the Orlando salsa community. And then we just kept traveling and growing our studio.
And then how did it, because for you guys who don't know, you're gonna see the Instagrams, you're gonna see all the tags and ats and stuff. Legit. So when did it start where, the Orlando Magic were coming in, asking you guys to come out, SeaWorld, Disney? I saw a few of those.
Probably, I want to say, within the last 3 to 4 years, we built more of a consistent flow. We used to teach out of the Russian Ballet and certain other studios, but again, being, kind of performing and going out there in the community and just trying to get our name out there, more kind of Fortune 500 companies started seeing that we could provide a high quality level of entertainment that hadn't been in Orlando for some time. So then we started doing performances and shows, even through COVID, for Universal Studios. And then little by little, just, working with Nike. They asked us for a kind of a Hispanic Hispanic Heritage Month festival. They wanted to kind of promote that connection to the Latin community, and so they asked us to do a workshop and affiliate with them. So we had all their employees and a group of just kind of volunteers come in, and they took classes. And then most recently we just worked with Amazon. So we went to their warehouse for Latin American.
I'm learning this with y'all right now. Amazon, Nike, I had no idea about this. So
for Hispanic Heritage Month, they asked us, they were like, hey, we have a lot of workers, and sometimes, people are right now, they're trying to make ends meet, get ready for the holidays, and October's that important month for us where we get to celebrate our culture. And so we took upon it ourselves to communicate with some of their people, and We had 2 shows, we did classes, we did kind of like a little social dancing environment, and we have a professional company that goes out there and does all that stuff.
Right, that's so dope. And you know, when you guys come, it's definitely an experience. Even if you're a beginner or you're advanced, it's a completely different experience. I go to 2 studios, right? And it's completely different in a good way, right? Ben challenges you. You're gonna look crazy sometimes, but it's amazing. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
I did want to ask you, kind of, you know, building off of this. Everything's great, tons of accomplishments, but I know you've moved from the ballroom. I know you had to start from scratch. So talk to us, you know, on the business owner side of things, owning a salsa studio, and you know, some of the challenges you had to face and overcome thus far.
Yeah, when you start, it's all about building your brand and your name and getting out there in the community.
Yeah.
So that takes time. One of the benefits that I had is getting into this kind of community so young, is that a lot of the people that saw me come up, saw me as a kid, kind of mature, had, you know, 16 to 21. Everybody goes through phases in life, but they also saw that, like, no matter what, the constant was that I was passionate about it, and I didn't want to train people just to be mediocre. I wanted them to be like their greatest self. And so that's kind of what Salsa Synergy really tries to help people with and excel, is like, whether you're coming in for the first time or you've had ton of dance experience, we want to help you be your best self, and that's what our program actually does. You know, it says, you know, are you up for the challenge? Are you going to push yourself to get on stage? Or maybe that's not your goal. Do you want to dance really good at a family reunion? Whatever that is, we want to help you achieve that success, because a lot of that is like, everybody's the main character of their own story, and it's kind of like, we're that training montage for them. So we take them from the ground level, and then we build them up. And it happens. We have students who've come for like 3 to 4 months, and they come 3 to 4 days a week, and they've just been waiting in the wings to, hey, can I get an opportunity to join your student team and perform? And little by little, we get that in waves, and now we're about to, late November, early December, we're about to showcase our new student team. And so those people have been training for 6, 7 months from the ground up, and just kind of indoctrinating themselves into our program, and just, it's all going to come to fruition in December, late November, and they're going to hit the stage.
He's good, right? So stay tuned. November, December, we got some more things coming, so you got to check back, okay? You're going to once again see all the information in the comments. So in addition to that, talk to me about some of the most fulfilling things that have happened since you've, you know, gone along this journey and up until now.
Well, the main thing that's happened to me is I met my wife. We met 10 years ago.
She's amazing, by the way.
Yes. And it was just, she walked into the studio one day. She's an amazing ball of talent and good energy, and she's beautiful. And I was just like, I saw her potential. I wanted to, at first, as a teacher, just teach her and have her get to her highest potential. And then in doing so, like, you become friends, and then from there it blossoms into something else. And I think that, to me, has been kind of the greatest success story. On top of that, it's just kind of cultivating a community. I pledged a frat in college called Lambda Sigma Upsilon, so Latino.
Oh, I know them, yeah.
So, you know, so it's Latino Siempre, always united. And that's kind of the thing that I've always been. It's about legacy, it's about pushing things forward. It's when the dust settles, what do you leave behind? And so I was
like
always
that.
trying to figure out, like, what's my mark on the world, and what impact am I going to leave? And I saw instructors who changed people's lives, instructors who've changed mine, people who've motivated me for long periods of time, and now I'm just kind of trying to push that forward. And it's like, you know, people will remember certain events in life, but most importantly, they'll always remember how you made them feel. Right? So like, that impact is what I really want to cultivate in Synergy, and always push that forward.
Boom. And I love that say that quote again, right? In regards to, dang, I missed it. You said, when the dust settles. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. Is that something that just came off the top of your head, or somebody told you?
Off the cuff. I didn't rehearse that.
I think everybody should have a moment and a reflection on that, because it's paramount. We're here for a reason. You're clearly operating in your passions and your reason for being here, which is amazing. So you're Ben now, right? So for someone who aspires to be you in regards to opening my own studio, and I'm a young kid, if you were talking back to your old self, what would you do to, give him advice to get to where you are right now?
The biggest way to success as a studio owner and how to motivate people moving forward is study communication. Being an effective communicator is so key. Like that's one of the things I try to work on, and my wife is actually way better than me. So I just take notes. Okay. So I definitely said that wrong. Okay. And then that, and just having patience, like Rome wasn't built in a day. And so you just have to have time, inspire people, motivate them, and they'll follow. They'll want to join you. And if you do get 1, then 2, then 6, then 10, and then you'll build that kind of foundation that spans a life. One of the things a good friend told me one time is if you want to move fast, travel alone.
Yeah, I love this.
And if you want to move far, then you travel with
together. Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing that I'm trying to do now. Is like, I'm not in a rush to get to my destination. I just know when I get there, I'm going to be with the right people.
Yeah. Oh, he's dropping all kinds of quotes and gems. So Ben, what we have as we kind of conclude the interview, we have a final 4 segment where I ask you 4 questions, and you answer them, as transparently as possible. Okay?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So the first question is, if you could make one rule that everyone in the world had to follow, what would it be?
You have to treat animals. We have to treat animals better.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You want to elaborate that, because you have a story. He has a story about that.
More because of, just the way of the world right now. It's kind of, we forget the kindness to each other. And most importantly, the first thing to go out the door is to animals. And I think that's, if we really reflect on it, like, they're the purest form of joy and energy, and that's what we should be.
Boom. I love that. Number 2, when you need motivation or inspiration, what is your go-to?
David Goggins.
Oh, that's my God. Yes.
I listen to him, Les Brown. I have playlists on YouTube.
You be Jack. You be right. You be right.
No, I put that on, and sometimes that other voice helps you go the rest of the distance.
Yeah, I love that. Number 3, what is your favorite thing to do outside of work? Run.
Yes, I love to run. I love to work out. I love to swim.
Goggins makes so much sense.
Yeah. One of the things I like to do, and my students actually put me up to it, is Lucky's Lake over at Universal Studios.
Oh man.
It's an open lake where you see U.S. Navy SEALs, Olympic divers, Olympic swimmers. Everybody goes out there and they just swim. And it's 500 meters one way, 500 meters the other way. But, sometimes it's in the black of night. All you see is this light 500 meters away, and you don't know what's in the water. And you can't see the bottom of the floor. So you're just it's you and God and that conversation along the way. And it's great. And it's one of those motivating things.
Boom. Last question. When it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
As a person who always wanted everybody to be their best.
Boom.
That's it. That's all I can ask for.
Perfect. So Ben, give everybody your contact information, your ad, and all that.
Benjamin Cartagena with Salsa Synergy Dance Company. You can find us at Salsa_Synergy on Instagram, and my website is www.salsasynergy.com. Check us out.
Definitely check them out. Listen, guys, I want to have him on here. I'm here almost every day, So great energy, great time. Definitely check us out, okay? Talk soon. Peace. Boom. Boom.
You brought?
Let's go. You was ready.